Mstep is going to be such a tricky task. You are not going to be able to find the word and just look for it in the reading passage. It's like our reading series. It doesn't work like that. You have to be critical thinkers. So you've got to go through the way that you looked for main idea and find these things. Okay, so let's go over to our paper now and let's record what we came up with. So right here under source 1, because that was source 1, here's what we write. All full sentences, please. She wanted them to be strong, independent women, period. She also believed, I'm going to use that word again, in the arts, sciences, and being creative. Period. That's my source number 1. Now I'm going to go on to source number 2. So I've got 1 detail, 2 details here. I'm moving on to source number 2. So please go back, take your plastic sleeve. I'll leave mine up so you can copy it. And then go to source number 2 and see from source number 2 what you come up with. There you go.
Just get
I'll zoom in a little so you can see.
Oh, I almost wrote the markers.
Now you're looking, I'm walking around looking to see where you're at with source 2. Right? You're looking for what are her beliefs. Find a belief. Oh, Jayla's so smart. Light bulb. Light bulb.
I found it.
Jayla said she found, look at source number 2. Jayla found this. He believes.
Look it.
Is that talking about, who's that talking about?
Sir Robert.
So is that, could that trick you maybe?
Yeah.
It could trick you pretty easily. Yes. But that's not it. Oh, let's do it floor found.
I might.
Believe. No, before that's about what that's not what that's about what Sir Robert believes. But what does she believe? She believes. Let's see, we gotta look and see. She was interested. He agreed as a group. Ooh, let's look at her beliefs. Look through and see if we can find what her beliefs are. Their beliefs are in common. I would go, hint, hint, I would go to that paragraph about in common. Interested is kind of similar, but they're both, look at what they both, another thing about your beliefs, let me see. No, nobody's found it yet. Well, I think we're getting closer. Look at the paragraph where we talk about how their beliefs are in common. There's a paragraph that says they have beliefs in common.
Yeah, I see it.
And it's there's something they both care about in common. Nobody's got it yet. I'm looking for it.
They push travel.
No, traveling is important, but that's not really part of the Girl Scouts. What do they both have in common? We're on this one right here. They both have in common. Second paragraph.
They love pizza like the ninja.
You're at the wrong source. Source number 2. Remember, we have to have it from source 1 and source 2. Source 2. Oh, this is going to be our Oh, I got one. I got one, kid. Let's see. Let me check you out. Check it.
Are you looking? You're not even reading.
You gotta find your text evidence.
This one's yet.
No, it's wrong paragraph. We're in. Shh. Just so that you know, we are looking right now into that second paragraph. High five.
I got it.
James, that's for source 1. You're trying for source 2.
I got some. I got it. This one's
This
I Miss Fox, did I get it?
Did I get it?
Second paragraph.
Mrs. Fonty.
Let's see.
Second paragraph, honey. Look, where's the second paragraph? One. This is your paragraph. Second paragraph.
Miss
Let me
Fonty.
see. Oh, light bulb for Mark, our new student.
Miss Fonty. Is this it?
Oh, Miss Schultz right there. She can tell you. Is that the second paragraph? Second paragraph. Oh,
What am I doing?
wait. They both love
We both love to travel.
What's
Ta-da!
Who found it? Raise your hand. Tell me. What? Say it out loud. They both love the arts.
What?
It was they both love the arts.
They both love the art.
Right here it says. Right here. Here's what it says.
They both love to
I'll wait till you're quiet. Traveling is okay. You can put the traveling one down. I always try and connect what I'm doing. Do the Girl Scouts do a lot of traveling?
Yeah.
They do some. Okay, so we could include traveling, and they also love what? Art. Jayla, as our Girl Scout expert, do you ever do art projects at Girl Scouts?
Yes. Right now we're making boards for the blue sail.
So there's lots. Were you a Girl Scout?
I was.
Miss Shutt, tell us, what are some things? Did you do things like that? Like,
did.
okay, so she did art projects. We've got 2 Girl Scout experts here. They did those things, okay? And you're a Boy Scout. And Boy Scouts, you can connect that.
I used
Because
to be
look,
a Boy Scout.
right here we're talking about how the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts are alike. So let's write that detail down. No talking, just writing. Source number 2 is they both. They actually I'm gonna cross out they because that's not what it's asking me. It's asking me about Juliet. So I'm gonna say she loves
can't.
to travel and she loved the arts. She loved to travel and she loved the arts.
They travel 100 miles to the UP.
Now this one, luckily, choice number 2, sentence number, or question number 2 is a much easier question. Miss Shutt is going to come up and she's going to read number 2 for us.
No, not only she, but both of them.
I know, but the question only asks us about Juliet, not about...
Oh.
Okay, so listen to Miss Shutt. Remember what you're going to do as Miss Shutt is reading. You're going to be using your code of Y,
What?
N, and M. Y for yes, N for no, and M for maybe. Okay, go ahead, Miss Shutt, read it out.
Number 2, what topic can be found in both sources? A, when Juliet registered her first troop of American Girl Guides. B, what Juliet wrote in her diary after meeting Robert Baden-Powell. C, when Juliet first met Sir Robert Baden-Powell. Or D, what Juliet was like as a little girl in Georgia.
Just write in your Y, N, M, and Y, N, and M. Yes, no, and
I
maybe.
don't get like the.
You can look. Can you look back? Yes.
They're both so like they're both so matching. Like I don't know.
Focus.
You're never gonna find the answer looking back like that.
Okay, look back. Let's see.
Listen back.
Oh, look, what'd you write? A lot of M's? And maybe. No. You're right.
She's been living for 100 years.
Right, I know you said and maybe, and then N and N and N, right? I think you're right.
Paragraph for question 3.
Number 2, sit down. Number 2. Okay, what do you see? Okay, so
I
let's
think
look back.
this is right.
We're looking to see if this one's right, Kaden. When Juliet first registered her troop of American Girl Guides. Let's see. Registered, let's see. Where does she have Girl Guides? All right, let's see. First registered it in 1912. Then perhaps it says Juliet created the Girl Scouts in 1913. Oh, those are different dates. I think this is going to be no, because that's not in both of them. Let's mark that no. Let's see what she wrote in her diary. Let's see about her diary. Good job. Let's look at the diary one. Let's see what she writes in her diary. She writes in her diary. You got the diary right here. So there's she's writing in her diary right there. Let's see if she writes the same. No, let's mark that one. Cross off B. When Juliet first met him, let's find it. Let's see about meeting. So, okay, here's 1911. She meets Robert Baden-Powell. And let's see about this one. Juliet was traveling. Oh, look. 1911. Can you find it? All right, we found it. Oh, we know it. Kate and I found it.
Was it A?
Oh, we found it. We found it. Here we go.
It's C.
Okay, so let's talk first about what we got rid of. Kaden and I went first to get rid of one. Kaden, we started with this one, what she wrote in her diary.
Yes, I did.
And we looked to see was it in both sources. Did you guys see this in both sources? No, so that's an easy one. That's an N. So I can just cross that one off.
You lied to
Oh,
me,
sorry,
Kaden.
cross off B.
I said no for A.
Let's go on to A. Then Kaden and I put an M over here for maybe for the last three because we were not sure. So let's look at A. When Juliet registered her first troop of American Girl Guides, please go to source 2 and find it out and give me a thumbs up when you have the answer. When did she register on source 2? When did she register on source 2 her Girl Guides? Point to it with your finger. I want to see your finger on the text evidence. When did she register those Girl Guides? Point to it.
Oh, got it.
Oh, in source 2.
Yes. It's on T. It's on T. Be quiet.
No, where's the Girl Guides? She registered the Girl Guides. Oh, okay, let me see. George?
Oh,
No!
It's 1912.
Stop now. Oh, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, on you.
There are 2 dates in source number 2. The first date is 1911. If you have your finger under 1911, you're wrong. Because 1911 is when she met Robert Powell. The second date is 1913. Does it say American Girl Guides?
No.
No.
I know.
It says American Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
So guess what? That's not right. So we have to cross off A. Now, we're going to go on to C. C says, when Juliet first met Sir Robert Baden-Powell. If you go back, we just talked about source 2. What was the first date on source 2, Savannah? 19 what? Look at source 2 and tell me the first date. Source 2, what was the first date? 1911. Now go, it says that's when she met Robert Baden-Powell, so we know that from source 2. Go back to source 1, Kaden. What did we find in source 1? You and I worked on that one together. Source 1, what did we find? Go back to source 1.
what? Wrong next.
Look, everyone should be on source 1 and looking to see if they can find 1911.
Then in 1911, Juliet met a man who would change her life.
And who was that?
Sir Robert.
Excellent job, Kaden. Kaden is correct. The correct answer is number C. Give me a silent cheer if you got that one right.
You're a liar,
It was.
1, 2, 3, deep breath. And let it go.
I was told that man.
Videotape off.